Hello everybody, I'm the SweetBro27 and welcome to another Dokkan battle video. So before we get started, this video cost me $43.97 to record. So a like and a subscribe would definitely be appreciated. But you may be wondering, what do I mean by that? I bought tickets for these guys, and I also bought one wave of tickets for Android 21. So my plan for this video is we're going to do primarily summons for these guys. We'll do the one summon over here so that we can get the free Kai, and then we'll do 3 summons for Android 21, and we'll call it a day there. So I'm going to really quickly go over these guys, then I'll go over what Android 21 and her banner unit does, and then obviously I'll have the timestamp, so if you want to just go to the summons, go to that timestamp right now. But first, let's do what is objectively like the less hype of the two. Let's do Android 21, who's already been out for a while. More than likely, you probably know what she does, but let's look at her kit. So she leads Android, Majin Power, and Peppy Gauss, 3 key and 170 to stats, and then additional 30% to stats for power absorption, transformation boost, or crossover. Her team isn't admittedly the best. They should have been flipped. Because if she led power absorption, transformation boost, and crossover, and then her 30% were Android, Majin Power, Peppy Gauss, she would have a much wider range of characters at her disposal. But as it is, that's not a terrible leader skill. You know, you obviously have the Gammas. Once Buhan gets an easy A, he will be there. There are a couple of Peppy Gauss who are kind of relevant, like that one Android 18 that came out earlier this year, so you never know. And then for her 12 key, she raises attack and defense for 1 turn, causes immense damage to the enemy, and has a high chance of stunning, which is pretty good. Now her her passive is 21's Inner Conflict. She gets 150 to stats at the start of turn. She gives all allies 2 key. She gets an additional 120 to stats when attacking, and a high chance of evading enemies' attacks, including supers, within the same turn. So she has to attack to dodge. Interesting. She gets an additional 2 keys, 60 to stats, for 3 turns after an evasion. That's pretty good. She launches an additional that has a high chance of becoming a super. She launches another additional that has a great chance of becoming a super attack, starting from the turn where she performs her 3rd attack in battle. Okay. She disables the enemy's action once within the turn when she's performed 6th attack, and has a great chance of performing a crit afterwards. Okay. So you want to give her like a lot of additional, which is fair. I haven't really watched a lot of showcases of her, but I've been watching like the discourse of her over on Twitter, and you've probably noticed in multiple videos I say that I don't think she's bad, but I don't really think she's anything spectacular. She's just good overall. That's not bad. Obviously the dodge, having it just be 50% and only post super is a little lame, but that's fine. She has a lot of attack. She does have a lot of additionals in there, so she will get built up pretty quickly. And then for her transformation, it can be activated when facing one enemy from the 5th turn from start of battle. That's not bad at all. And then Brainiac's Metamorphosis, Android Assault, Shocking Speed, Battlefield Diva, Scientist, and Fierce Battle. She actually has a pretty good little link set for like Peppy Gauss, because obviously Brainiac with Bulma, Metamorphosis you can have with like other units if you don't want to run her on Peppy Gauss. You can ironically run her with Launch. Shocking Speed, it's a good link. I feel like more characters need Shocking Speed. Scientist, I believe Bulma also has, even though I don't have Bulma, which is actually not too shabby. Battlefield Diva, obviously. She has like links that make her fit on multiple teams, which I do appreciate. You have Android, so you can run her with the Android team. Obviously, Fierce Battle, most characters are going to have that. Brainiacs and Scientists and Battlefield Diva are all for like Bulma, and the Metamorphosis is if you run her on like a villain team, I would assume. So you can transform her from turn 5. Her new ability is raise attack and defense for 1 turn, cause immense damage, and recovers 5% HP. So if you do give her a lot of additionals, you could potentially get like a massive amount of HP recovery, which could be relevant. So her new passive is, upon transforming, you get 30% HP recovery. She gets 210 to stats at the start of turn. She gives all allies 2 key and an additional 2 key and 121% attack and defense when attacking. Not bad. She has 21% damage reduction and an additional 60% defense within the same turn after receiving an attack. That's not great. 210 is really high, but only 21% damage reduction is not enough. And having to get hit to be defensive is kind of lame. It looks like she loses her dodge as well, which isn't my favorite thing in the world. She launches 2 additional attacks, each which has a great chance of becoming a super attack. That's very good. And then she recovers 21% HP when HP is 60% or less at the end of turn. You can do that multiple times. So she is going to be like, she's like super class Turles in that regard, where you launch a ton of additionals, you heal a bunch, and then at the end of the turn, if you're pretty low HP, 21% HP recovery is actually quite relevant, I'm not going to lie. And then she has an active skill, which can be activated when facing one enemy starting from the next attacking turn, so post-transformation. Massively raise attack temporarily, causes ultimate damage to the enemy, disables enemy action once within the turn. and then she's super effective against all types. So she gets a lot on her active skill turn. So this is a little bit interesting because Android base form, she doesn't stack or anything, but she gets extra bonuses. So I'm assuming if for whatever reason you wouldn't want to transform her so she could link up with herself, maybe you could do that, have like a Majin 21 and a non-Majin 21. I guess that is something you could do, but I feel like this is a character you just transform as soon as you can. And then the only new link is she gets BBB. She's one of the few, I think she is actually the only Superclass unit Android 21 characters who get BBB, which is quite interesting, but that's a fantastic link. So overall, again, she's not bad. She's not fantastic. She's just pretty good. Now, her side banner unit, I'm actually quite interested in because she has an intro. So she leads Power Absorption, 3 key, and 130 stats. Pretty standard for a side banner unit. Greatly raises the attack and defense for 4 turns and causes supreme damage to the enemy. That's actually pretty amazing. Not gonna lie. If you can keep her in slot 1, that's good. And for her for her passive, I did the same thing twice. Activates her entrance animation once only. She gets 120 stats and a great chance of launching an additional super for 4 turns from the character's entry from turn, and has a high chance of launching a super attack starting from the 5th turn from the character's entry turn. That is a lot to digest. Okay, so for the first 4 turns, 120 stats. She has a 70% chance to launch an additional super attack, and then she has a 50% chance of launching an additional super from the 5th turn. Okay. She gets 3 key and 210% to stats. She gets an additional 90% attack when attacking. Reduced damage received by 21% when facing one enemy. Has a high chance of performing a crit when facing 2 or more enemies. Performs a crit if HP is 60% or less at the start of the turn. If the enemy's HP is 30% or less. Recovers 30% HP with each final blow delivered. And recovers HP with candy. She's actually really good as a side banner unit. Again, only 21% damage reduction is low, but I feel like she's actually quite relevant. She has a lot of stats, especially at the start of the fight. She has that heal. Very rarely will you ever get like a KO hit with her, but if you do, 30% HP recovery is not too shabby. I quite like the side banner unit. I hope that we get her. And then Metamorphosis, Android Assault, Big Bad Boss is Shocking Speed, Battlefield Diva, Fierce Battle, and Fear and Faith. So she has almost the same link set as the transformed one. It's just she has Fear and Faith instead of... what link does she not have anymore? Scientist? Yeah, Scientist. Okay, so that's a little bit of a bummer, so she's not as good as like on other Peppy Gal teams, which I guess we should look at. Power Absorption, Peppy Gal's Full Power Androids, Transformation Boost, Majin Power, Battle Wits, and Crossover. And then the link set should be the exact same for you. Android, Majin Power, Peppy Gal, Transformation Boost, Power Absorption, Crossover, and Battle of Wit. So let's do this ticket summon real quick, and let's just kind of see what we can get here. This will probably be nothing. It is just a ticket summon, so I wouldn't expect anything fantastic. You do get, I'm pretty sure you do get a guaranteed SSR, even though it's only like a 7-character multi. But I guess we'll find out. This cost me $6.99, and I got Tapion. That's absolutely nothing. All right, but now for what you guys really came here for. The Android 13 Trio. Now these guys have awesome animations. I saw the animations on Twitter and people were mad that there were reused assets. I don't care. These guys' animations are awesome, and I've already read their kit, so I kind of know a little bit of it. These guys seem amazing. So Super Saiyan, 3 key, 200 stats. They're a Carnival leader. You're gonna get that. On their 12 key, they greatly raise attack for 3 turns and cause colossal damage to the enemy. And then for their 18 key, greatly raise attack and defense for 3 turns and causes mega colossal damage to the enemy, which is awesome. You keep these guys on main rotation, they are going to be launching incredibly high offensive stats. And I'm normally a guy who likes defense a little bit more, but these guys will just be able to kill the enemy before you can die. Theoretically, I'm going to get with my grievances with these characters in a minute. But they have an entrance animation, and they have attacks super effective against all types and reduce damage by 30% for 5 turns from this character's entry turn when there are 2 or more Super Saiyan or Movie Hero category allies on the team upon the entrance. So pretty much you just got to run him either on his team or on like a team where there's a lot of movie heroes, essentially. I lost my place. There we go. He gets 3 key and 180 to stats. He gets an additional 130 to stats when attacking, and an additional 3 key per int key sphere obtained. Randomly changes key spheres of a certain type, int excluded, into int key spheres when there's another Super Saiyan or Movie Hero category ally attacking the same turn, and then launches an additional attack that has a high chance of becoming a super attack for every 3 key spheres attained, up to 3 additional attacks per turn. So that's amazing. These guys are they're doing pretty much everything they need to do. They have like the God Goku syndrome where they'll be creating their own orbs. The problem is they really can't go into turn like slot 1. 30% damage reduction really isn't a lot. So sometimes you can kind of get screwed over if someone else has to collect the int orbs. But you give these guys 9 orbs, they can launch 5 additionals in 1 turn, assuming you give them additional in their passive. But here's what I don't like about that. The DBZ duo is a unit who I have a love-hate relationship with, because they are like superbly powerful. They launch so many additionals, they do so much damage, they stack defense, but that's the problem. They do so much damage, they just kill the boss before the rest of your team has a chance to like stack up or build up or get hit. They just do too much damage. And I'm afraid that these guys are going to fulfill a similar role. They, for 5 turns, super effective against all types. They can launch 5 supers. They're getting the multiple turn passives where like their super attack raises their attack, which is like 50% stack each time. So like there could theoretically be a turn where you get 5 50% offensive stacks. These guys have to be like one of the highest damage dealers in the game at this point now. So I am very impressed with what I think their maximum capability could be, but I am apprehensive that they could be too good offensively that they will fraud out the rest of their team. Now they also have an active skill which can be activated when all allies attacking the same turn are Super Saiyan from the 3rd turn or just from the 6th turn from start of battle. They massively raise attack, cause ultimate damage to the enemy, and they get crits for a turn. So you can use this if turn 6, that's when they're super effective against all types would wear off. So that's actually not a useless ability. So I do enjoy that too. Very well designed kit, honestly. Super Saiyan, Golden Warrior, Saiyan Warrior race, experienced fighters, prepare for battle, fierce battle, legendary power. What is experienced fighters? Okay, that's just an attack link. Pretty standard Super Saiyan link, not gonna lie. But yeah, these guys are good. So let's go ahead and get into the summons. So we have the summon tickets here that we're going to do. I'm pretty sure each time you do one of these as well, you get an Elder Kai, which is something that I need because I've been doing a lot of grinding, obviously, because of the hero celebration. I had billions and billions of Elder Kais, and now I have none. I have almost no Dozing Kais. I almost have no Grand Kais. One more screen crack. Nope. Okay, we're just going to tap through this because I'm pretty sure these are just 5-unit multis. Yeah, just 5-unit multis. They are still guaranteed SSR as far as I am aware, so hopefully we'll have a little bit better luck than we did with Android 21. I say that as Goku flies in by him. Give it to me now. Oh, shit. Go blue. Because if he goes... Is that him? I guess this could technically be any featured LR, and I would be kind of fine with any of the LRs because I don't have Battle of Wit Goku, and I don't have Super Buu, but obviously they are significantly weaker than this new guy. Karoli, that's an interesting one. And then, oh, we get a fake out. Come on, be the trio, be the trio. Oh shit, let's go! Let's go! Dude, my luck is superb. Technically, that means I only needed to spend... No, because it wasn't the first one. I was about to say I only needed to spend $3.99, but no, I did go ahead and I bought multiple rounds of the tickets. But let's go. I will take that. Dokkan, are you going to load? Man, you're acting like you're JP Dokkan right now without... Okay, I was afraid it's going to crash. But we'll do 4 more summons of this, obviously. Then we'll go over and do the discounted summon again. Oh, just Krillin? This is another animation. Give it to me now. Are we going blue again? Oh my god. Okay. Dude, this makes me so excited. I am also recording this at 1 in the morning, so I can't be like as animated. Having to be a little bit more mellow. I kind of miss doing them during like the middle of the afternoon. I'm going to definitely bring back that meta at some point. Because I liked doing that meta a little bit better. Bardock? That's an interesting one. So it was just an LR. That's so bizarre that we got a VB animation and it was just an LR. I mean, I'm not going to complain. I don't even think I have that Bardock, but that's pretty fascinating. But yeah, I kind of missed the meta of doing all of the celebrations content first and then going back in and doing summons. That's what I did during the worldwide download celebration. The last video I made for part 1 was my summon for the GT duo and the DBZ duo. And I found that effective because it was fun because I got to experience everything without having to be like weighed down by the new units and only using the new units. I was able to like really flex what my box was capable of, which also meant that I got more stones. So I had more stones I could potentially spend. And then obviously, you know, I'm recording in the middle of the afternoon instead of 1 in the morning where I don't want to wake up anybody else in my house and be just an utter nuisance. But I can still be pretty hype, you know what I mean? I still have fun. Like, I have fun summoning. Summoning is like literally my favorite thing to do in this game. It is so much fun. I wish I could put more money into it than I do. Just right now, I'm not financially stable enough. So hey, that's all the more reason to like the video, subscribe, share me around so we can get me to be a part of the YouTube partner program. And then I can start making dough for keeping you guys entertained. One day we'll get there. I mean, again, this is random. I'm just gonna throw this out here. Thank you guys so much for like the growth. You guys are amazing. Like checking out the VODs, checking out like everything. I've been getting a lot of love and support recently, which is very cool. You guys really did. Oh, I just saw 3 silhouettes and I thought we got them again. That's actually my first copy of them as well, so we'll take that as well. So I'm actually kind of thinking, because Bulma should be an unfeatured LR on this banner. So do I really want to go back in on this? I'm a man of my word. I'm going to go ahead and do my 3 summons for Android 21, because I am a man of my word. I said that I would do that. But if I could potentially get a Bulma, I just want Bulma so bad, and I know chasing isn't smart, especially with like the New Year's celebration coming across so soon, Tanabata. More than likely, the 8-year anniversary units are going to be on that banner, and they're still like top 10 in the game. Like, maybe the DBZ duo has fallen off a lot, but like the GT duo I love at 55%, and I would absolutely explode if I could get a dupe of them. Because, you know, then that's just, I need 2 dupes of them to put on that gold equip that you get from the 8th anniversary event. And this is kind of going a little bit lame. See, this is like the downside with summons, because I don't always stockpile a whole lot of stones. Oh, one more. Can we get one more? One more? One more? Ah. Because, I mean, if you think about it, when we went back to Heroes, I spent, what was it, 1,100 stones in total? And granted, I did rainbow several characters, which was awesome. And that's now one of my favorite teams running the Heroes team. Oh my gosh, the Hero Celebration, they cooked this year. It was so good. It was so good. I had so much fun, man. And this celebration looks like it's actually going to be quite good as well. We have like a new difficult event. There's some new challenges for the Android 13 fight. I'm going to be looking forward to that. Apparently, Extreme AGL Android 13 is getting an easy A. I saw on Twitter that the nuking lead Trunks is getting, oh, I didn't have them, so I guess I can just add them to my box. But like the nuking lead Trunks, he is getting a an easy A. So there's plenty of things that can happen, and let's go back over here. So now we're getting another Elder Kai, and we have another possibility of getting them. I forgot to mention this, but since this is a Carnival banner, obviously you're getting Carnival coins, which are super vital because there haven't been nearly as many of them. So summoning on like ones that are decent, I wouldn't say that this one is decent though. I wouldn't recommend doing this at all. I probably should have stated that at the beginning of the video. I might have. Don't do what I'm doing. Like, this isn't a smart banner to summon on. Again, Tanabata so soon. That's a good unit right there. I didn't have him. Okay. So I have basically 300 left. We'll do 2 and 2 more. 2 and 2 more. We'll do 2 on each. We'll spend an extra 200 stones. Why not? There's plenty of events. I can always come back here later if I want. I'm pretty sure 17 and 18 are an animation. I'm not sure they should be. I mean, they're brother and sister, so it makes sense. But Bulma or the duo, or like really at any point, I'll take anything. Again, I'm at a point where like I don't... Well, that's a 69%. I don't really need to summon for any of the new units because I have a very powerful, competent box, even though most of my characters aren't rainbowed. I can beat pretty much any difficult event if I try hard enough, and a lot of them I can no-item, and that's something I'm very proud of, is that I'm able to do as well in this game as I can without all the top 10 units, without having them all rainbowed. Some of them I don't even have link level 10, even though I have been taking link leveling very seriously recently. I have like 107 link level 10 characters. I now have my power level is over 1 million, which I'm super, super proud of. But yeah, just summon, like, this is fun. I'm just like, this is like retail therapy. But for gachas. Again, don't do this Dokkan responsibly. Pay your bills before you pay Dokkan. Amatsu will be fine, I promise. He's eating good right now. He's eating good. Okay, we're gonna do 2 more for my wife because I want my wife. And then we will call it a day there. Man, if we only got some more crazy animations. But I'm not even going to complain if we don't get 21. Because again, 21 is good. She is good. She's not great. I'm not going to say she's bad. If anything, I kind of want her side banner unit more than her. Because I feel like her side banner unit is going to be more consistently good. Just with how high her stats are at the start of a fight. Which is where like you really need all these higher stats is at the very start of a fight. I don't know. I might go back and watch some of Truth's. Oh, Chilai! I can put more dodge on my Chilai now. Let's go. See, That's what you get for summoning, guys. You get more advantages like that. This will be the last summon of the video, and it looks like it's probably going to be ass, unfortunately, but that's fine. But yeah, like just summon for fun. If you can't summon for fun. Save stones. I don't care. Just do whatever you do responsibly, and make sure that you always know your actions have consequences. Like right now, I just spent, what was it, almost like 350 stones, I think. So that means, again, come New Year, if I want to summon on a banner for a new unit and I can't get it, that's something I have to own up to. So just always keep that in mind. Dokkan responsibly. This is just a character that I can, you know what, fuck it. We'll do one more. It is a unit that I want. So again, this is my decision. Man, we got a lot of Whis, but if we only got a Beerus. If only. But I'm going to go ahead and start wrapping things up here. But that's going to be all for this time, guys. I've been the SweetBro27. I'm a variety Twitch streamer and an up-and-coming YouTuber trying to make it big in the world. I have a Twitter, a Twitch, a TikTok, and a YouTube, which you're watching me on right now. The links of which can all be found in the description of this video. And while you're down there, don't forget to like and subscribe. Share me around. Ooh, we got Piccolo. And leave me a comment, positive, negative, or indifferent. I would love just any sort of interaction I can get from you guys. And let me know, did you summon for these guys? Did you get lucky, or were you shafted? Please let me know down below. But yeah, that's going to be all for this time. So as always, I've been the SweetBro27, and I am signing off.